Hey there, welcome to another Excel video. In this one, we're going to be covering Excel shapes. So let me show you what they are. So obviously a shape is just like a square. We've got, let's go back to insert. We can do arrows. There's heaps that we can actually choose from. Okay, insert. So we'll just do a few here. We'll do some of the fancier ones as well. Like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. I don't know what song that is. Let's do this one. And I can hear my dogs barking. Okay, so there's a number of things you can do with shapes, right? You'll notice first that I have this new menu tab that only appears when I've selected a shape. Okay, and the reason Excel has done that is so that when you're not dealing with shapes, you don't really want to have to see this menu. It's only on an as needed basis. So by clicking on this, I'm going to bring this formatting into it, and I can do a number of things. So let's start by using the preset colors. I can actually do that. I can scroll through different colors. Some of these have different formatting as well. Okay, if I want to view the whole thing, I can press this button right here, and it'll show me all the different combinations. Okay, so this is really good if you just want something really quick. I can also customize the fill. Okay, so a color of my choice, and then I can do more fill colors. Okay, so I can choose my own custom one. So for example, I can use a very specific set of red, green, blue if, for example, it's my branding color or something like that. Right? I can do gradients. So if I come here, you'll notice that it's dark on one end. Right? I can do that. Textures, I can do different textures. Right? Heaps you can do. In terms of the outline, again, something similar. I can change the thickness of the outline. Okay, let's make it black so you can actually see it. I can make it thicker or thinner as I need it. I can change the pattern of that. And again, for each shape, the application is the same. Okay, I can also do shape effects. The first one is preset. So these are a combination of these ones that you see here. All right, so if I do this one right here, you've got like this nice kind of 3D effect. Right, I can also customize these. If you click on the shadow options, for example, right, you can customize these to your heart's content. So I'm not going to go into too much detail. This is more just to do with the setup of shapes. Okay, so we got that. We can actually type inside here. So if I double click, I can type whatever I want in here. Right, I can also edit that text like so. I can use, again, some of the presets. I can set my own ones, set my own colors, my own fills, my own outlines of the words. So you can pretty much customize everything. Okay, these I'm gonna skip for a second. I'm gonna show you alignment. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna skip alignment. We're just gonna do rotate. Rotate lets you rotate at 90 degrees, horizontally, vertically. You can even set it to an exact angle by clicking on the, where did I go? Rotate, more rotation options. So you can set the angle here. So you can go increments of 1 degree. Okay, what else can you do? You can also set the height and width of it using these. So if I set it to 5, enter, it's going to change the size. But instead of using this, you can also set it using these handles, right? So if I grab this one, I can change it. If I want to move it, I just select the middle. Okay, pretty simple stuff. Now the reason you would use this height width is if you have, let's say, 2 objects and you want them to be the same exact height, then you can select multiple objects by holding Control on your keyboard, right? And then changing this to, let's say, 5, so that they're both, the same height. Now, as for these items right here, what they do is, let's say the bring forward and send backward. Let's say I have 2 objects, right? One on top of the other, but I actually want this yellow one to be on top of this arrow. So what I do is I select this, I go to Format, and I go bring to front. Okay, or conversely, I can send this to the back. So if I go send backward, send to back. Okay, the bring forward and bring backward, what happens is, think of a deck of cards, and on the very bottom you have the ace of spades. And each time you press send, let's say send bring forward, it brings it up it moves it up 1 position in the deck. And as you keep pressing, it gets closer and closer to the top of your deck. If you press bring to front, it just goes straight to the top of your deck. That's kind of how I think of the layers. Okay. let's do that, right? All right, so we covered that stuff. There's also other things you can do. So let's say I have this shape here. I have this shape. So I'm just holding Control with my keyboard, and I'm selecting multiple shapes. If I go to Align, I can actually make them all align to the left. Okay, let's go back. I can make them align to the top. I can distribute them horizontally, right? So they're all spaced out properly. Probably a better example is, let's say, I'm going to move this here, and I'm going to get a bunch of circles, right? I'm going to go copy, paste, 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 right? So let's say I have 4 circles like this, and I want them to be in a row, distributed evenly, right? So the way I do it is, again, we select each one, Control, like so, right? I'm going to go to Format, Align, and first I'm going to align them vertically. So I'm going to go Align Top, as you can see. Then I'm going to go Distribute horizontally. So now it's going to space them out perfectly. So this is really good for controlling a lot of shapes at once. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to show you is on some objects, you're going to notice these little yellow handles. What they do is they allow you to customize the object further. So if I move this, it actually controls the shape, right? So for the arrow, sometimes you'll get 2. So here, this one controls that part, right? This one controls the width, right? So heaps of things you can do. Again, these are just kind of the basics. There are a lot more object control or shape control features, which I'll cover in another video. So that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed, and see you at the next video.